Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Zaza here. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining my channel. Everyone calls me Zaza if you're my friends, and I consider you all my friends because you watch all my videos and you stay up to date with my life. So you must be my friend. So I decided that I was going to do a get ready with me today because I'm getting ready for the day and I thought I'd have a little chat with you. And yeah, if you like this video and you've seen some of my other videos and you like them, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell button so you're notified every time that I upload. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. And ignore my creased t-shirt. This is a nice t-shirt from Primark. It says, "Read my lips." Love it. If you can hear something in the background, it is my daughter watching YouTube. Right, so I'm going to just quickly tone my face before I start. I have two toners at the moment that I've been kind of using. One is the Caudalie and this is the Vino Pure Clear Skin Purifying Toner. And I also have the Pixie Skin Treats Retinol Tonic. I'm going to use the retinol tonic today on one of these little cotton pads. I just closed my curtains so that you can see me a bit better because of the backlighting from the light outside. For once I am filming during the day, that's why you can hear Cayenne watching YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to speak to you guys about something that I think a lot of us deal with but don't necessarily talk about. I mean, the majority of us who are of age work. I'm now going to go in with my beloved Olay Regenerous. So we all work. Now, while I let that sink in, I am going to use my Spectrum brush, and this is the A17 brush. This is the eyebrow brush, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Dip Brow in Granite. I use this. It's quite dark, this one. I probably should have went a bit lighter, but I don't mind my eyebrows being quite dark. They stand out, and I like my eyebrows to stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So anyway, I wanted to talk about workplace bullying. This is probably a topic I feel that not many people talk about, but it's something that I have had to deal with, and it's not pleasant. And I don't mean necessarily colleagues, more so management, and it can be very subtle, and sometimes I don't even think we even realise that it's happening. So I thought it was important that I kind of make this video, raise awareness. So where I work now, I'm a part of the staff engagement group, and that's really important to me because it's all about engaging staff to, you know, to deter these type of things, somewhere for people to go to discuss their issues if they don't feel like they can go to HR. We also are trying to put on activities to engage staff for staff morale, to raise staff morale, and also, you know, raise awareness of current issues. So, you know, mental health issues and stuff that can be related to work or not, but stuff that, you know, our everyday life, happen in our everyday lives that affect our work. You know, especially because I'm in a more corporate environment. It's a charity, but it's a more corporate environment, so it can be very challenging, and workloads are high, and morale sometimes isn't great. But back to what I was talking about. So recently I've been at this new role for 6 months now. If you're new to my channel, I used to work for a charity and I changed to a new role in October. I will be doing a life update video soon, so I'll fill you all in and what's been going on in my life that I haven't been discussing on my vlogs. So sometimes, you know, I just do vlogs where it's just talking about that day and what I'm doing that day, or what I've done recently, or stuff for the house, stuff for my daughter, but not really deeper things that are going on. So I will do a life update video. I've just now got my concealer brush and I'm just going to carve out. Oh, hay fever! Carve out my brows. So anyway, I think that a lot of us go through workplace bullying, and it can be, like I said, it can be very subtle. It can just be, you know, people talking about you behind your back and and then people that are your friends come to you and say, oh well, I've heard so and so. And in my experience, it's management that it's happened with. So they haven't necessarily liked what I've done or what I'm doing, and not necessarily with my work, because just one thing I can pride myself on, I don't play when it comes to my work. Like, I do my work. So if you can't see, I'm just carving out this brow, but I do my work, and I do my work to a high quality. I'm a bit of perfectionist in that way when it comes to work. And it's not a thing where I just want to impress. I do want to impress them, but it's not just that. It's that I have to be happy with the work that I produced. Like, it has to be of quality to me. So have I just overcarved? I think I might have overcarved and wiped off some of my work. But anyway, you know, in my particular case, it was more about how I engage with my colleagues. So I'm very friendly, as you can tell. Like, I talk to anyone and everyone, but anything. Like, I just speak to everybody, and I like to have that engagement at work, so it helps the day go. Like, no one wants to sit at work all day at the desk, not chatting to anyone, just head stuck in. That can cause serious depression, because all you're doing is focusing on work. You're not engaging with people, and we know, it's proven fact that we are humans. Humans are social creatures, and we have to be social to, you know, get on. And I've just wiped concealer on my finger to get on and have good mental health. You know, we need to engage with people, and especially in a working environment where things can be quite intense and you know, workloads are high. Engaging with your colleagues is important, but although we might have that understanding and might, you know, work in that way, others don't. And others don't necessarily believe, well, not that they don't believe, maybe they, I don't like to say that people are envious, but maybe people envy the fact that you have that nature, that you have that friendly nature, and you're able to engage with people that they maybe aren't able to engage with, or they don't feel comfortable, or they don't feel comfortable, or whatever the case may be, why they don't speak to certain people and whatever. So sometimes people can, because managers are still human, you know, they still go through the same emotions as us. They're just in a higher position, and they feel, and I think, especially in my organisation, it's sad but true that some of the managers, not all, some of the managers feel like they have to not be friendly with lower level staff. And I find that so sad, because many of the managers there I actually get on with really well, and we can have really, and it's not just management, I'm talking about directors and head of services. I get on really well with just gonna blend out my concealer with my Real Techniques. It's actually a crease brush, but I like it for blending my concealer for my eyebrows. Just blend that in really roughly. It doesn't have to be neat. It's going underneath foundation. But yeah, I'll try and speed this up. But it's really hard to talk and do your makeup. I'm trying to do my makeup how I normally would, but it's really hard when I'm distracted. Usually you just kind of get on with it. I'm actually gonna conceal my eyes because I like to put concealer as my base on my eyes. This I'm actually using, I forgot to say, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I love this concealer. I don't know if I'll ever go to anything else. Don't get me wrong, I do want to try the new Fenty Beauty concealer. However, I'm obsessed with this concealer. It's so good. It's so brightening and blends really well and blends really easily, and it stays put. Oh, it's just amazing. I love it. So for some reason, my camera decided to stop recording. So what I've done is I have concealed both my eyes with my beautiful Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in Maple. It's like 2 shades lighter, so it brightens up my eyes, and it's just an amazing concealer. I just love it. I highly recommend it. And then I've gone in with my Huda Beauty palette. If you saw my Glamour Beauty video or vlog, I got this in my gift bag, and this is the Kohl Obsessions, and the palette looks like this. Very beautiful neutral shades, which I love. So I'm just going in with the yellow. It's very pigmented, and I've done this eye. I'm just going to go in with this eye and take it all over my lid and up, and I'm going to do it very high up, actually, very high up. Beautiful. So anyway, like I was actually saying, you know, my manager went and spoke about me to another manager in front of my other colleagues, and those colleagues were actually quite close friends of mine. Like, I've built good relationships where I am, and it wasn't nice for them to come back to me and say, well, your manager is saying this, this and this about you. And especially when it has nothing to do with my work. It's just my kind of social behaviour at work, and it's not like I was doing anything bad. It's just, I believe that people can get jealous because they're not the same as you, or they don't understand you because they're not that way inclined. Like, they don't speak to people like you speak to people, so they don't understand it. So immediately it becomes an issue, and that's even worse. Blend, Zara, blend. What is that? Blend. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in. What colour should I go in with? I'm gonna go in with this colour here. I'm not sure of the actual colours, like what their names are, but I'm gonna go with this one on a dirty brush. But anywho, and I'm gonna just focus on my crease and up. So I'm literally not hitting my eyelid. I'm just going up and in my crease. But yeah, and don't worry about the fallout because I haven't done my foundation, so that will get dusted off. But yeah, it wasn't nice to hear that, and I actually sat on that information for a while because I was like, am I valued here? Does my work not speak for itself? Am I not showing you my competence here, that you could speak about me so openly about things that aren't important in the greater scheme of things in terms of my work. And I sat on it, like obviously I spoke to my colleagues like that I am close to about it, but kind of just more irrationally. I'm someone, I need to think about something for a good couple weeks before I like make I don't like to make rash decisions, but we could all get caught up a lot of the time, just blending out the edge so there's no harsh lines here. But yeah, so, and then I'm going to just go in and deepen my crease with this brown shade here on a dirty brush. Just deepen here, just the crease, nowhere else, just the crease. So I then, one of my other colleagues, me and her got quite close. She's an older lady, but we've got quite close, and she's really kind of looked out for me since I've started. Itchy nose. She's really looked out for me since I started, and she saw that I was coming in and I wasn't necessarily being myself. Obviously, because I'm just gonna blend that out. Because that was on my mind a lot, and it was actually really stressing me out. And I don't think I realised how much it was stressing me out, because I don't recognise stress well. I'm not great with recognising my own stress levels, but clearly she recognised something wasn't right. I'm then going to go in with a flatter brush, and dirty again, and I'm actually going to go with this colour up here. It's like a shimmery tone, and I'm going to just put that on my lid, all over my lid. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Oh, it comes off well, but a good tip, if the colour pigment isn't coming off as well as you would like, then get your setting spray. So in this instance I've got my Morphe setting mist. I'm just going to spray my brush, and that helps to adhere it to the brush and then easily pack it onto the lid. So I'm just going to pack that all onto my lid like so, and then do the same on the other eye. So she saw me and she was like, do you want to have a chat? I can tell something's not right. We can go out for a coffee and just talk about whatever it is that you're going through, because the office isn't the greatest place to have them conversations, because you never know who's listening, and that's obviously the mistake my manager had made. So went out for a coffee with this colleague, and I explained everything that's been going on, because that's not the only thing, but I won't get into the other things. I'm just going to blend this out. So yeah, so we was discussing everything, and she really put things into perspective to me. She made me realise that I wasn't overreacting about the situation, because we're human, and sometimes we can overreact in situations. We don't necessarily see them for what they truly are. So it is important to have those conversations with other people. Right, I'm now gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation, Pro Filter foundation, in the colour 420 is my shade, and I'm gonna get my Revolution Pro 230 blending brush. Just got a couple on there, and I just kind of dab it on. I love this foundation, it's amazing. But yeah, So she was discussing it with me, and she really put things into perspective. She made me realise that I wasn't exaggerating, I wasn't going overboard with what I was thinking, and that I had every right to feel the way I did, and what my manager had done was wrong, you know, and she should know better and shouldn't have done that. But this is something that I can imagine goes on everywhere, and some people just put up with it and leave it, and don't kind of question it, because obviously it's your manager, so you're gonna feel like, oh, can I really say anything? I might risk my role. I don't want to push the boat, rock the boat, should I say. Just blending this in. So I know it can be challenging, but she really helped me analyse the situation, come up with a plan. So the plan was for me to approach, because I'm someone, if I have a problem with someone, I will approach them about it. Like, I don't like to leave things to lie. I don't like to leave things to lie that could possibly become worse. So I like to get it over with, find a resolution and move on. Like, that is how I deal with things. And I think for me that's the best way. And it can go one or two ways. She could have turned around and been like, nah, nah, and freaked out and, you know, made it a bigger issue than it was. But realistically, the situation was very dire. She shouldn't be doing things like that. And I could have approached my HR about what she did, because when it comes down to it, that is workplace bullying. You can't do that, especially in your role. As a manager, you have a duty to be a certain way, and you're not fulfilling that duty.